Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I thought that might be quite nice to do some watercolouring. Now I had an idea that sometimes we forget what kind of stamps we have and how they may go, and that we can actually use them as die cuts or cutouts for our journals and things. And we spend money on stickers and die cuts already die cut, but sometimes we have them in our stash. And so what I've done this afternoon is I've just been going through some of my stamps and I've stamped them all out. So I have a sheet here, one here, and one here. And I just stamped them all out and just thought, right, okay, let's watercolour them. If you've got a nature journal, then I think it would be lovely to cut these out. I've got dies for these. Now I bought these, I don't know if you can see them here. These are from Stamps by Me, and they're stamps and dies. So there's dies for all these stamps, and I've got 3 different sets of those, but equally they're not hard, just to cut around and fussy cut. So what I thought is we'd try and do some bit of watercolouring with pens. Not everyone's got tons of watercolours or anything else like that, so I thought we would use some pens today. And already I appear to have lost them. No, there they are. So I have these. Now you can use any pens that you like, and I've had these for ages and ages. They're the only pens I have, and I think if you've got pens that are water based that you can watercolour with, why not? If you haven't got paints and things like that. So this is what I'm going to use today. So I'm going to put these to the side here. I've got some brushes, and when I say watercolouring, this is going to be the loosest word for watercolouring that you could imagine. So I'm going to take a couple of those sheets away. We're going to do this one here, and what are we going to start with? Well, we're going to start with green. So find a green that you like, and all I'm going to do is put some on my mat. Now equally you can do this with inks if you've got them. I haven't got tons of coloured inks, so this is a cheap way of going about it. Find a better brush than that. What have we got here? Right, and we're just going to add some water to this, and as you can see, immediately you get a bit of colour. Now we're not artists, we're just trying to give it a little wash of colour. So I'm going to start with this pot here. So we're literally just going over like this with a bit of colour. That's all it is. It's not supposed to look professional. It's going to be die cut out anyway, so it doesn't matter. You haven't got to keep within the boundaries, as it were. While I've got the green, what else can we do? So we've got some greenery here. Now all we're doing, this is very sketch-like. I hope you can see this. This is very sketch-like. So we're literally just going in with a bit of greenery just to give it a bit of colour. That's all it warrants. It's just a bit of colour. This isn't supposed to be Van Gogh, or he was an oil painter, I believe. We are literally just giving it some colour. That's all it is, like that. A little bit here, a little bit there. A little bit of colour there. And that's the green for what I want to do now. So then I thought we could do this a grey. So I'm going to pick a light grey. And we'll put some of this on the mat. And it's got a touch of green in. That's fine. And we're lightly, this is all we're doing. We want the black to show through because it looks like a drawing. We're literally, and I'm not using watercolour. I'm using, I think, a 300 GSM cardstock. But, you know, it's thick enough to take it. It's not like we're doing a picture or anything. And I certainly am not a watercolour artist in any shape or form. But this is more line drawing, so it doesn't need to be within the lines. That's absolutely fine. So we want maybe a sandstone-y colour. So we want a yellow-ish colour. And when you look at your pens, get a spare bit of paper. Have a look, think, maybe that's a bit orange, but is that sandstone-y? It might well be. We may want more of a peach. So let's have another look. Oh, that's very bright. Let's have a look at this one. Now that's brown, which I think would be good for the pots. So I'm going to put some brown on here. And we can do some of the pots. So we've got the pots here, look. So I can come back here. We're not worried how marvellous it looks. That's not the point. If you are a colourist and you can put shading in, that's fantastic. I am not, but on some of these stamps the shading's already done for you with the black lines, and you can see that, so you haven't even got to worry about that. So we're just going to come around here, and it's very loosely done. Another pot here, and again it's all very, very light. And I think a bit more water. That's a bit of a pot there. So we've got that. While I'm at it, I might just do this one. And you can see the amount of water that you add to your colour. Defines how dark that is. So we've got this so far. So I'm liking this so far. So let's get a bit of kitchen roll and just put that in there. And we're looking for a sandstone colour, I think, for these walls. And I'm finding it a bit tricky to actually find one that we like, but let's see. What colour's that? That might not be too bad when we get the water on it. The colours are so diluted. Mind you, that does look a bit, but we shall give it a go. Let's add more water. The more water you put on it, and that's not bad colour, which would be more of a sandstone. That's not too bad. I'm quite happy with that. So we're doing the rest of it up here. It's not got to be brilliant, as I say. We're fussy cutting or die cutting this out. This is literally just to give a hint of an idea of watercolour. And if you've got a garden journal or a nature journal or something that you're doing, how lovely would this be to cut out and stick to a page? In one of your journals, on one of the pages. And that's just such a light muted colour when you water it down. It was very bright beforehand. Oh look, I've missed one there, but I'm happy with that. I think we now need to pick a colour for the door. So I think we're going to have a blue door, and I'm going to go for this colour. If you can see that, hopefully you can. Like I said, it looks quite dark, but when you water this down, I mean, that does look quite dark, doesn't it? But we're going to water this down, and it's going to look a bit like a Mediterranean colour door. I'm just going to add some more water and just bring that out. It's probably darker at the top than the bottom, depending on where your light source is coming from. But as you can see, it's not something we need to worry about. So I'm liking that a lot. The step, I believe that's a step, should have been this colour, so we're just gonna, like I say, go over with that. And now I want to add a bit of pink, and I think we'll go for this one, wrong end. These are double-ended, so one's a brush and one's a bullet tip. And I think we just need a bit of colour, don't we? Just dot it in where we can, just to give it some semblance that there's little flowers in among all this greenery. And we're not being precious about this. It's just a little something. This is all it is. And so we've got that. Now, how lovely does that look? So what I'm going to do is I need to make that, I need a bit of brown again. Where have I put my brown? I think there it is. A little bit of brown just to do that pot that I've missed on the top there. And you need a fraction. And we're just going to pop that on the pot. And that's all we're going to do. I'm going to wipe this up. I'm going to wait for this to dry. And I better move that, otherwise I am going to put my arm in that. and I hope you can see that okay. So I'm going to wait for this to dry, and then we're going to die cut that out and we'll have a look. So I will just be right back. So I'm back, guys, and as you can see, this is it die cut out. And how lovely does that look? And I've got part of a journal here that I'm working on, and just to stick that on for a nature journal would be absolutely lovely on one of the pages that you've got, and you haven't had to pay for it. You've already got the stash, you've got the die, you've got the stamp, or you know, you fussy cut it out and you've got it done. There it is. I also went and did some, stamped out some sentiments and things. Again, sometimes it's good just to stamp things out so you can see what you've got, because you forget. If you're anything like me, you go through your stuff and you're like, I didn't know I had that. When did I get that? I don't know. And I can't remember. I don't use everything all the time. So to me, this is a good way of just spending an afternoon thinking, right, I'm going to go through my stamps. I'm going to stamp them all, or at least the ones you want, you like. And I'm now going to cut these out. And I've got some sentiments ready for when I want them. And like I said, I'm going to have an afternoon colouring, bit of watercolour and fussy cutting. And you haven't had to spend any more money. You haven't bought anything else. And that's what I like. So thank you so much for watching. And if you've liked this video, please give it a like or a comment or even subscribe. That would be absolutely brilliant and very much appreciated as well. So I hope you're all okay and have a good day wherever you are in the world, and see you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.